All
What's
right.
the deal, man?
What's going down?
Man, it's a long day trying to figure this thing out, man. You know what I mean? Like I told you earlier, man, I gotta start somewhere, you
Yeah,
know?
we all do.
Yeah.
We all do.
How's your podcast going?
Podcast is going good, man. It's just it's a it's a slow climb.
A slow climb?
It's a slow climb to get the viewership, um, to get the just the following.
Yeah.
And each medium is different. So it's cool to be on YouTube. YouTube is slow crawl for me right now.
Slow cough.
Um, Facebook is pretty big.
Mhm.
TikTok is my biggest one. And
Really?
then you got Instagram that does pretty good. But everything pops off really with the type of content. So if I tap into a content that has like a big following, like for instance, obviously the Eagles stuff was easy.
Hmm.
That was easy to get a lot of views, a lot of people paying attention, gain a lot of momentum that way. The movies and stuff, it's like if they into it, they'll be looking for it. TV shows, same thing. If you get into the fandom will be into it. Like I do the Stranger Things stuff. Most of that was easy, but it's still different everywhere, and everybody got different rules on how you gotta put stuff out. So it can be a lot, but I got a
Yeah.
pretty good system going, and I'm happy with it. I just need to
Good.
do it faster. That's all.
Good. I mean, I'm probably you got it down more than I do. Put it that way. I would tell you, man. I got the software, got everything that I need. I do have the skill to edit. I just got to learn softwares and stuff like that. As far as the following is concerned, I'm more concerned about people that I could see and touch, things like that. You know what I mean? To gain more clientele in real life. I mean, not like the internet isn't real life, but I mean, kind of
Yeah,
sort of isn't.
in
But
person kind of thing.
yeah, the in-person kind of thing. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm more concerned about. But in order to drag in order to attract the in-person thing, I got to get this popping. And like I said, this what the podcast is all about, man. I got to start somewhere. So here
Yeah.
I am. All right. So, right now, I'm just strictly interviewing people that know me, friends,
Mhm.
just straight out friends. I really want to reintroduce myself to, I don't know, what do you call it? The tri-state area of Philadelphia tri-state area. I really want to introduce myself to the Philadelphia tri-state area, as a human being and not just a therapist.
Mm.
That's one of the biggest contributing factors to why I put this thing together. It's very difficult for people to get to the point where they want to talk to somebody, and a person that they trust and they don't feel like they speaking to AI or something like that. I mean, a real human being, somebody who has the skill to empathize and no snitching, as far as as far as
Yeah,
the
we don't do that.
confidentiality, yeah, as far as the confidentiality is concerned. So
Facts.
I just want to reintroduce myself to the tri-state area, Philadelphia tri-state area, as a therapist you can trust, you know?
Allow me to
So
reintroduce myself. My name
yeah,
is Herb.
yeah, that's it right there. That's how I want to do it. But all right, so another thing I want to do is also talk about my relationships, with people like yourself, and how we met and all of that stuff. I got the picture I sent you not too long ago with me in your booth. Dude, that was
Right.
funny, man. That was hilarious when I was doing the comedy shows and doing little skits and stuff like that for
Yeah,
the
he's doing something
radio.
strange for some change. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, boy, that was a time though. That was a
It
real good
was.
time. And you've been producing heavy since then. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You've been
Yeah.
producing really heavy since then. But
Past few years, I got out of it though because of just
yeah.
life and moving around and basically not updating my stuff, like updating my equipment. So now I'm
Mhm.
rebuilding. You
Yeah,
know.
life definitely does its thing, on its own terms. The
Yeah.
thing is that I find it difficult to navigate periodically, but I also gotta understand that there's nothing perfect. Like it's a time where it comes a time where you just gotta. I don't want to sound like really like dry, but to go with the flow type of thing. To
Right.
roll with the actual life. You know what I mean? To go with the current, so to say.
Yeah.
Do you find it difficult going with the current nowadays?
Well, the current, honestly, is kind of where I be wanting to be at because I want to just keep things flowing and keep it peaceful. And, that was one of my big things that I wanted to do,
What do you mean keep it flowing and peaceful? What do you mean? With
like,
yourself?
yeah, because there was so much like my time with my transitions and things like that. There was just a lot of chaos, So removing a lot of that chaos from what I had before and was trying to get myself back into just like a smooth flow where I can do the things that I want to do and then just continue to stack on and live a full life and not be in so much like reaction mode.
Okay.
And then put you in survival mode. And I'm just trying to get by and trying to live, so I'm trying to really get myself back into a flow where things are just kind of going with the flow,
Mhm.
but being able to manage that so that I can add more pieces to the things and have a fulfilling existence.
Yeah, what's the barriers though? Now, I'm tell you straight out, there's a plethora of barriers that I had, when it comes to that, and time is probably my biggest barrier. Like
Yeah.
not having the time is probably my biggest barrier. What do you say is like a barrier?
Number one thing is going to be time. For me, it's going to be time. The time, and I see it immediately once I dove back into creation mode.
Okay.
Um, that immediately cut off the time that I had to go to sleep at night because now I'm up, energized and excited about things that I need to do and edit and chop and do this and that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And then now I'm sitting here and I used to be able to go to bed at 10:30 so I can get up and go to the gym at 5.
Mhm.
Now I'm up at like 1 in the morning on my phone trying to edit stuff.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like
Mhm.
all right, well, I'm not getting up and to go to the gym in the morning, so that
Mhm.
scratches that problem, that plan. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like
Your
I
balance.
need more time,
Is it
you
time
know.
or is it balance?
Well, I think that we do both. Somebody fucking yelling? Don't
So
do that.
wait a minute. All right. So you mean
Okay,
to tell me
so
so you
I
need 25 hours a day or 26 hours a day?
well, I need to balance my time better because you
Okay.
can't
So
get
then the
any
balance.
more time, but it's not just like I need to better balance my time. I need to actually structure my time better also. So that like for instance, my work at the job versus my work here versus the time I gotta spend with wifey, all of that. All of that matters.
Do
Finding a
you think that
balance.
it's here my question because I'm riding with you. I'm riding with you. Like all of these things is just going through my mind right now with you. Do you think that it's a realistic thing, like, or is it a psychological thing? Case in point, don't take work home. And I noticed that I don't do it because it actually I don't know. It causes issues in my daily balance. You know what I mean? My time balance. So I will be thinking about something at dinner, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
not fully engaged in the dialogue, you know what I mean, between myself and my family. And that's an issue. You know what I mean? So what I try to do is leave work where work is. That's becoming more difficult because now I have a home office and a private practice. So
Right.
I think I'm gonna end up, getting something outside of the home
So you
and
can go to
practicing in
work.
that fact. Yeah, so I could go to work and not have work at home. I've been doing pretty good with like separating the office and like bypassing it. You know what I'm saying? when
Yeah.
it comes when it comes to what I gotta go eat and all of that stuff, and when I gotta navigate and do something with the family. For the most part, I gotta learn a new balance. You can't get more time. You just
Right.
gotta balance out the time that you have. So with that being said, another thing is that there are things that I want to do with my time as far as being more creative. I've been drawing more. I've been, being more creative in my mind, thinking of new things to do as far as this podcast thing goes. We had You and I had a podcast together at one point the solution-based community. That was really, really cool. That was a really
Yeah, that was a
cool
lot of fun.
time.
I was just watching a piece of an episode today.
Really?
In
Which
fact,
one? Which one? Which one? Which one?
hold on. It was one of them with Squirt that was in it. And what was we talking about?
Trevor was in a few of them too.
Yeah, he was in a couple of them, but
Yeah.
there's one with Squirt, and
The charity one was one that stuck out to me.
that was a big one for you. Yeah, you were big. That was a big one for you.
Yeah.
That one was a good one, but it wasn't a charity one. I can't remember exactly which one it was now. I gotta go back and see it. It was
Yeah.
like it popped up. I was clearing some files out of my phone. I had way too much. I got way too many videos now, so I gotta like
Yeah.
continue to delete stuff
Yeah.
because it just take up too much memory. So
Yeah.
and I scrolled past them. It was like some of my biggest files on my system, and I
Yeah.
scrolled past. I'm like, what's this? And it just had a black screen. I hit play. I'm like, oh, that's the joint. So
Yeah.
I looked at it for a couple minutes and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that joint. You know.
Yeah, that was it. That was a good time. Also, back when I was doing promotions with the comedy shows and stuff like that, that was a good time as well.
Yeah,
Um, and you did a lot of music back then.
did.
What was your highlight from doing the music thing?
You know what's crazy is like my highlight, I think, is something that I was personally proud of more than anything.
Okay.
And that would be my Muck City mixtape that I did with my whole team from Muck City, Mount Holly. All the
Okay.
MCs that I grew up with, that I came up with.
Yeah.
We was all in high school together and we did a big mixtape and we recorded it all in one damn day. It was called
Wow.
24 the Mixtape.
24 to mix. And now listen, this is since you personally attached to it, right? And this is gonna be a hard question right here to answer because it's a personal thing. Who had the wackest verse on and you gotta tell it gotta be a wackest verse.
There was.
All right, so
There
who
was a
had the
wackest
wackest
song
verse?
that was on there.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so who had the wackest verse?
It was my brother-in-law at the time.
At the time, it was your brother-in-law.
My
Now
son's uncle. Him and his boy had the wackest song. It was
I don't know.
it
Nah,
was
man,
crazy.
because I mean, you might be See, because you ain't attached to the boy no more. Like you ain't, you know what I mean? You don't have a connection. You still got a connection with
We
him?
still cool. I mean, look, I don't really mess with them like that too much at all after everything that went down.
All
But
right, so that's
we all right.
easy. But that's easy to say. All right, what's the second wackiest verse without him? Because that was easy to say. Because it's like you don't have the connection with him no more.
No, but I
like
mean,
y'all
the
ain't like
song
that
was
no more.
actually like
The song
it
was
was
whack.
it was a pretty whack song, yo.
But did
But
you
it was
have
like,
you?
all
But you
right,
had
we got a
fun
spot.
doing
We
it.
need to fill it. Let me put the young boys on. I was like, you know what? Just put it on there. We'll see what happens. We mixed it in there with that, and we wanted one from them, and that was their best one. And we was like, yeah, that's gonna have to be the one, man, because it sounds the best. Y'all recorded that one the best.
Damn. Wait a minute. It was the wackest song, but it was the best of their work?
It was the best one that they recorded in the sessions that we did for the day. So
Okay.
it was a crazy session situation because the idea was going after the 24 show. Remember 24, how Jack Bauer was like everything happened in a day.
I'm not going to act like I remember that. No, I don't remember
Okay.
that. But I don't want you to get me off my point. I'm trying to get you to tell me all right, so what was the wackest after that? Because I don't want, I want you to tell me the wackest after that. Because you ain't connected to the boy no more. Because that was
He's
easy
still
for you
good.
to, I mean, yeah, you still good, but you ain't feeling no type
he's
of way.
a lot better now. Now he has his own studio and stuff.
King,
You know
what
what I'm
was
saying?
the next wackest
Can't
thing,
even tell you.
man? Huh?
The next wackest
Now you
verse.
can't tell
There
me
was this
because
dude on this.
Go
There was
ahead.
a dude on this one verse,
Mhm.
and he was like the homie of somebody else.
Mhm.
And his verse was just
This
kind of
ain't
like,
you ain't participating in this one, man. I'm
yeah.
trying to get you I don't know. I'm trying to get you to say like some hard because there's a lot of corny stuff that happened in my life to people that was close to me, right? You know, and let me think. That in the comedy shows, Now, you know what? I'll tell you this. Terrence Arlen, right? Terrence Arlen actually is doing well right now. He's doing really, really well. It's two people that's doing really well right now. that was well, Terrence Arlen was good on stage, but I gotta keep it 100. Like he was like a corny individual. Like he was you know what I mean? He was a
Yeah, I
corny
know what you mean.
person. He was decent on stage as a host, you know what I mean?
Right.
But when it came to him giving you anything over 10 minutes, it was like, all right, dude, get off the stage. There
Yeah.
was a comedian that we had, that I had a great relationship with, excellent relationship with, and we were actually gonna do some business, and I didn't mind doing business with this guy, Sugar Bear.
Mhm.
Sugar Bear was just man, he could host, he could headline. It was nothing Sugar Bear couldn't do, but he passed the cancer back
Mm.
then too. And that was
Dang.
that was pretty tough, man. Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah,
rough.
I can imagine.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that was pretty rough.
That cancer,
Derek
man.
Derek Gaines. Derek Gaines was well, not was, well, is a comedian. He had a MTV show not too long ago. I don't know if it's still running or whatever. I don't even does MTV still exist? I probably get cancer before this chick come
Like the
out.
music, I think they just ended their like music television portion or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, well he had like this comedy skit show or whatever. I guess it was a comedy skit show. I don't know. It was a show with this white guy. And that ran, I don't know, it might have ran a season or two. And I had the pleasure of, he was a young boy that would come in the barbershop when I was a barber, and he was a young boy that used to come in the barbershop all the time. And he was annoying as hell. When I tell you he was annoying, he was an annoying kid, but he ended up, he hit me up. Well, nah, did he hit me up? No, no, yeah. My boy hit me up and said, yo, Derek is a comedian now. I was like, damn, I could see that, him being a comedian, but I didn't know what he was like on stage. And I'm like, I lied to you not. It was a shot in the dark. I said, yo, come on through. Cause it's my young boy. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
can't, say, but he ended up being like amazing on
Hmm.
stage. Yeah,
That's what's up.
he ended up killing on stage where I had to bring him back a couple more times. And I remember shortchanging him at the first show. And I was like, damn, you know what? I'm gonna try to look out for him on the next one. So I flexed the budget a little bit and looked out for him on the next one. And the next one happened to be the Michael Blackson show, the first Michael Blackson show that we had in Sicklerville. And he was very appreciative of that. And I was very appreciative of him coming through, showing his talent on stage. And then I ended up taking him to Steubenville, Ohio. I'll never forget it. He was so thankful. And I'm like, damn, man, I was proud that I was able to do something for him like that. You know what I mean? And if I
Right.
played a little bit of a part in him excelling like that, I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, he was annoying that, and when I tell you, he was annoying on that trip too. Like on the plane, and just like, yo, oh, I can't believe we on the plane. Just blah blah blah. I'm like, look, man, I can't believe we on the plane either, dog. But yo, shut up.
We
You
here.
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
any moments, any regretful moments in your past career?
Yeah, man. There's a lot. I got a lot of regrets. So that really situated around the time. But there was a time where I felt like I had to pay more attention to my home life and didn't put as much effort into the music as I probably should have. And I only say that.
Are you regretting it? All right, no, I'm go ahead. I'll cut you off. You about to
Yeah.
answer. Go ahead.
I was about to answer. I
Mm-hmm.
say that because of the way that it ended. So it ended, and then you find out what was going on behind your back and everything. And that's where it's like, man, I was doing that to try to keep it together, but I never had a shot to keep it together anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that regret comes from. It's like, damn, I should have just laid into the music. Like I should have just put everything into that. I probably would have been good. I probably would have been somewhere, I regret
Wait.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I regret, like certain things that I just didn't give enough of my time to or enough of my sincere focus to,
Mm-hmm.
certain projects. There was a kid named Conrad that was just a dope writer.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I would have spent more time and got his project done in the time that I was supposed to have gotten it done.
Okay.
You know, but he's still dope. We finally did get it done, but I wish I'd have got it done in a more
In that
timely
time.
fashion like we wanted to.
Okay.
But those regrets don't weigh heavy. It's more like learning lessons.
Mhm.
It's just like I know how to do this better next time.
I'm s well, here's the deal. As far as regrets go, right? I don't have many regrets in the past. I'm like what you said. I used it I used all of that stuff as
Right.
a learning lesson. All
Yeah.
of that stuff.
I think it lingers if
Now,
you don't.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Now I'm treading lightly. 'Cause 47 right now, as you know, as we're recording, I'm 47 years old right now. And I'm not gonna say I ain't got time to waste. And well, actually, I don't have any time to waste. I really should have never had any time to waste, to tell you the truth. But I I ain't gonna say I got regrets now, but I can see myself having some regrets if I make too many mistakes. You know what I mean? I can make a mistake here and there, whatever have you, and learn from it, but I really gotta be on my A game. And I think a lot of the mistakes and the things that I would have regretted or whatever have you, the stuff that I use as a learning lesson now is the reason why I'm able to navigate the way I do and utilize my time like I do. Thing is that you're right with that. That's I'm going back to the beginning when we talk about the barriers, of time and balance, you know what I mean?
Right.
Accountability and like, just having a circle to just hold me accountable. You know what I mean? It's very difficult because um I do have a lot of I do have a lot of people in my field that I deal with, whatever, but they all busy, just like I am. I'm working, around the clock,
Right.
supervising. I run different things, and it's just a lot, And I also am still active in the field. I'm as a active counselor. You know what I mean? So it's very difficult when it comes to managing time.
Yeah.
Very, very difficult when it comes to managing time. And I don't just want to manage time with my profession. I want to manage time with my personal life because self-care is like the most important thing.
Right.
Um, so I remember you saying about the gym thing, right? I remember you saying like you pouring too much time into certain things. And I came up with something today. I was talking to Cross, mutual friend of ours. Um, Deck Entertainment. He did Deck Entertainment with you.
Yep. My brother.
Um, so I had a brief conversation with him, and I thought about a 14-day focus, right? This 14-day focus, it just breaks things down real simple. Let me grab my phone. I wrote it down. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna go on my phone and I'm going to look at this 14 day. All right, so 14-day focus. All right. You got to do the daily documentation, right, of these things, right? So these things are more water, more movement, right?
Mhm.
And more life. All right. So more water, more movement, more life. So more water, dude, I don't drink enough water. I really don't. How about you? Do you drink?
Drink nothing but water most
Huh?
of the time. I
Well, I'm
drink
hating on you.
okay. Is I drink an insane amount of water, or like maybe every once in a while I'll have like a Pepsi Zero for like a caffeine if I'm slacking, at the job. It's because I can't drink coffee.
Mhm.
So I'll drink like a Pepsi Zero, and that'll put a little pep in my step for
Yeah.
a couple hours. But that's really it. The most in that, I drink water, or I'll take my water and put like the little a drink enhancer
Yeah.
flavoring in it.
Yeah, I do that too. But
So I'll
I
do
don't
that.
drink enough of it. I don't drink enough. All right, so more movement.
Hmm.
All right, so that goes into the gym thing or the intentional movements, not like, oh, yeah, I got up and was working today, so I had to walk around. Nah, I'm talking about additional steps. I'm talking about, oh, today I got up, went to the gym, so on and so forth, and more life. All right, so more life is a little different, right? a project that I put off. You know what I mean? A project that I put off, something that I did for myself. All right, all right, on this page here, I have my little times, the cooking with her. Actually, you did the the tunes for it. You know what I mean? Which is
But
really
yeah,
cool.
I
And
needed to talk to you about that because that was only version 1, but we'll get to that later.
oh man, oh man. All right, yeah,
Cooking with
let's
her. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was
That was version 1.
yeah, that's the truth.
I was waiting till you got back from the motherland.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I got that all documented too, man.
Man.
ATC, yeah, that ATC. So all right. So more life is basically just stuff that you put off. All right. So I wanted to read this book. I read 2 to 3 pages of this book today. You know what I mean? So on and so 14 days of that.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I think it's a good idea. It's something that brings, focus back, camaraderie, accountability, all of that comes back in a situation where you're trying to do improvements on self. And none of that is a bad idea
All right.
at all.
Okay. So you down for that?
Yeah.
Because right now it's just me and you.
Okay.
All right. So I tell you what, we're
You can
gonna
add
do.
Cross. I'll talk him into it.
Well, I talked to him about it, but he's fast talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
He slid out of the stuff. You know
I
how
ain't gonna
that
let him
go.
slide. I know how he do.
All right, cool. So we'll do that, and then there's
I
documentation.
actually got a couple other brothers that might want to get down with that too, honestly.
All right, I'm good. Let's do the more the merrier, because there's documentation involved in it, though. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We got to document every day. Every day we got to say, all right, I drank this amount of water. All right, today I did, these, this extra steps. You know what I mean? Today I did, I read 1 or 2 pages of the book I wanted to read, or I watched a documentary on Patrice Lumumba, or, whatever. You know what I'm
All
saying?
right. Yeah.
So, what do you think about that?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's just
I
something
think
I
that's a
want to
real good
do.
idea.
Yeah,
It's yeah, it's something that as we get older, we get comfortable and complacent, and it gets harder to move when you get settled in so well.
yeah,
So
yeah.
getting us
It starts off the psychological piece, though, man. It
correct,
definitely
which
starts off with that.
and that's always my first step when I get back into my gym routine and trying to work out and get my grind. It's the psychological idea of getting up and going to work every day on yourself.
Yes.
And that takes some time. For me, it normally takes about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It
And
normally
that's
takes about
why I
2 weeks for
said
me
2
to get
weeks.
it.
That's
Yeah.
why I said 2 weeks. So now, since we made this commitment, now we know what come with it, right? We got to do the documentation. Documentation just strictly is 30 seconds documentation every day. I'm not talking about handwriting documentation. I'm talking about video documentation. Because at the end of the 2 weeks, I want us to all podcast and talk about our experience. And the reason why, there's something else that it's a study that I want to do. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That I'm engaging in as well. So I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be real cool. So I got one last question for you. All right.
Okay.
You're a dad,
I
right?
am.
Yeah, you're a dad. And a very active father too, man. You're very active in your life and in your
Yeah, I
son's
am.
life, right? There's this combination of words. It's not a word, it's a combination of words, it's 2 words. Cultural humanity. You could check it out. Go Google it real quick.
Google it.
Yeah, you can Google it real quick.
Cultural humanity.
Cultural humanity.
See what that is. Cultural humility is coming up. Cultural humanity is a lifelong, active process of self-reflection and critical self-critique aimed at understanding one's own biases, prejudices, and power imbalances to foster respectful, egalitarian relationships.
Yeah, I
Moves
don't know what the
beyond
hell
competence.
egalitarian is, but
Egalitarian.
yeah, then you got me on that one. I'm gonna have to Google that word. But that comes into play. All right. So did you have this thing, right, where you like, I don't want to say project, but you know how our dads, and you could tell like how hard or soft they are on their son if they play sports, and if they, wanted to be something and now they want their child to be that, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I remember starting off as a dad and having this I don't know, like I planned the kid's life out in my head, right? And I said, yeah, they're gonna eat this and they're gonna do this and walk like this and talk like this, right? But now it's like, all right, I'm in a place where, personally and professionally, I'm a lot more humble, a lot more receptive to understanding, a lot more empathetic, a lot more aware of who I am versus who someone else is. My children are people now.
Right.
You know what I mean? They've been people, but they're people. And
Not just your children anymore.
yeah, yeah, they're not. First of all, there ain't nobody, no kids no more. They all grown,
Right.
so they're people now, and I'm excited to see the people that they are. You know what I mean? And try my best to stay out the judgment zone. Just the same way that I give the non-judgmental approach at doing my practice. I gotta practice what I preach. I gotta continue to be consistent with it, and that's one of the reasons why I want to challenge, not only other people, my circle, but I want to challenge myself as well, as far as
Hmm.
being consistent. So what do you think about when you first started being a dad to now? Like, how you feel you changed?
I was forced to change a lot, I believe, because of the way my experience in fatherhood went. It was, I was so happy to be a dad
Mm-hmm.
because I had never had a father.
Okay.
So I wanted to be the dad that I never had because I knew that there were things that I missed out on coming up that
Mm-hmm.
probably would have put me ahead of where I was now and probably would have had me make better decisions had I known, had there been a man in my life that had said, hey, no, 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 no. Now, don't go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I wanted so badly my son. I wanted a son. I asked God for a son just like me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I asked and asked and asked. And God was like, okay, okay. And then he gave me one just like me. And I had everything I wanted for about a month before she walked out, took him, and just my whole world turned upside down. And then I realized who I was with. And I realized that once I knew my son was mine,
Mm-hmm.
I had to really, really center myself, really harden my resolve, and be an even better person than I was because I was in no way at all confident that he would get all of the things that he needed from her. So I had to make sure that I was doubly as strong on it coming from me. And my time was going to be limited on top of it.
Gotcha.
So being a father from the beginning till now made me a better person, a better man, a better son, better friend. I think a better understanding. It made me better at my job. It made me better at everything because I was trying so hard to be the best that I could be at all of it for him, not trying to overexert or turn him into something that he wasn't,
Mm-hmm.
but just trying to be as present and as strong in who I was and honest in who I was with him as I could be, making sure that my word is my bond and all of that stuff, making sure that I'm an example of a person, a man for him. So it made me better. And, I could have did it 100 different ways, but I don't think if the outcome is where I'm at right now and I got the child that I got right now, I wouldn't do it different.
Learned a lot of things. I mean, to have a 22-year-old young man
Yeah.
with a screensaver of him and his dad dressing alike and doing a stupid pose is pretty cool.
Yeah.
My
That's awesome.
my is he's everything. Yeah, he's everything that I ever imagined. You know what I'm saying? I got four children, different relationship with all four of them. You know what I mean? Love them all dearly. My 22-year-old son is the one that just, I don't know, he's he's a big guy, but he's scared to make his dad like not proud. Like he's always
Yeah.
looking to see if I'm gonna be proud, whatever. But here's the deal. What I had to learn along the way was that one I had to learn that individual because that is an
Mhm.
individual. He's his own person, his own. person. Just like my two daughters, my two sons, they different people. I have to learn them, right? I couldn't be a template father, you know what I mean, to all of them. I gotta be a different dad to every last one of them. But I also have to be me.
Yeah.
And in order to be me, I got to study me on an everyday basis. You know what I mean? I got to, I'm not the 20 something year old out, hustler out there, running, amok or whatever. I'm a 47-year-old man with dreams and
Yeah.
aspirations of doing something different. So, with that being said, not gonna be understood. How can I say, and appreciated initially by everyone, and I have to accept that. I have to accept the times where my children don't feel like they have a I don't wanna say they have a good father. They know my intentions are good. They just don't like the decision that I make,
Mhm.
or when the wife doesn't like a move that I make, in my life, in my professional life. I have to accept that, but I don't have to regret the person that I am and the moves that I make because it shook up somebody else. Well, not now, but throughout the time I've come to that understanding, you know what I mean? That it's time for me to be me. It's time for me to be myself. And yeah, for a very long time I felt like, I had to be this upstanding, perfect person. The thing is that I'm presenting something new to the world. How can you
Yeah.
present something new to the world and you acting like everybody the hell else? So I embrace being me. I love being
Yeah.
me. I've accepted myself in my role, flaws and all. Queen Latifah said on an interview a long time ago. I forget what interview. I've been trying to look for this interview. I love Queen Latifah. She said no, she said what makes art so perfect is the imperfections within it. I think she
Mhm.
said it. Something to that nature. And I thought about it, I'm like, damn, you know what? Steve Jobs, think about that. You presenting something new to the world. They like, man, what the hell is this? Grub Daddy, the list goes on. Like, there's a ton of different things that people bring. The Napster dude, you know what I mean? He was, it's a lot of different stuff, man, that people bring to the table, and it's like they're initially looked at as to be loony, you know.
Right.
Um, so I said, the hell with it, man. I got to start somewhere. I need to reintroduce myself to the world, not just the Philadelphia tri-state area, New Jersey, state of New Jersey. I need to reintroduce myself to the world, and I got to balance my time to do it. I feel it's my time to do it, and I'm taking this risk, you know.
Yeah,
So,
man.
so now I'm curious. I'm curious. What makes you happy, bro?
Other than being at peace in my home,
What the hell is peace?
peace is when I'm calm. I'm sitting back, relaxing in my house after I done ate a nice meal or something like that, or
Okay, well, now what's the
um,
nice meal? What's the nice meal? Because I just
well,
had
see,
one.
all
I
right.
just had
So
one.
like now my nice meal will be some slow cooked steaks. You know what I'm
Slow
saying?
cooked steak.
Slow cooked steaks, either in the oven, or because I just started doing the slow cooked steak in the oven. I did that for Valentine's Day for wifey and me, or on my pellet grill smoker out back.
Pellet grill smoke.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the life right there.
That's the life
A
right
little bit of that. A
there.
little bit of broccoli, some asparagus, something.
Mhm.
With
Mhm.
some buttered dill sauce.
Yeah.
With the steak nice and medium with the good crust on it. Yeah, yeah, that's good life.
Yeah.
And a blue mango. I mean a blue moon mango in a chill glass. Man, listen, that's a
I
good
got
time
you.
right there. Or creating. Creating something fun, creating content, coming up with a great idea. That and finalizing a project that I envisioned. And I've been doing that a lot with the videos and the podcast and the things that I've done. Like the one I did an episode after Jalen Hurts this year threw 4 interceptions against the Chargers. I did this video that what I thought was just like hilarious.
Mhm.
I did a cold intro.
Mhm.
What they call one of them. One of them, yeah, like the cold opening type joints where it just comes on instead of like my normal thing. It just comes on and something's happening. You're like, all right, wait, what's going on? And then you see, okay, this is a bit. Oh, so then you go into the whole bit and then you go into the actual show. Stuff like that I create. I'm proud of that and that makes me happy and it's
Yeah, it
joyful to
makes you
me,
happy.
and it's satisfying. But, that's the type of stuff that make me happy now. Other than that, seeing my son excel and become his own person and get a hold of his ability that he has,
Mhm.
because I'm pretty sure I don't have I'm pretty sure I had a ADHD when I was coming up too. I probably did. Probably still do, but I know that he has it because he's been diagnosed and he's handled it so incredibly well to the point now where he can deal with the stuff. And I told him a long time ago, I'm like, listen, once you get a hold of this thing, your processing power is going to be through the roof. It's going to be like a superpower,
Mhm.
So we'll get it.
Yeah.
And
Also
seeing him
they the
excel
ones
is just so
when they
wonderful.
when they yeah, I'm pretty sure, well, like I say, looking around and seeing studies, seeing different studies, stuff like that. Those who have that ADHD that actually find what they're into succeed like no other in life. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah, it's big
Yeah.
time, man.
That's huge.
It's really big time to see it. I mean, that boy, I don't know how much you know, but he just he's got a 1250 on his PSAT in 8th grade, and the boy didn't finish. He was supposed to have his extra time because of his 504 plan. They're supposed to
Yeah.
give him extra time,
Yeah.
and he didn't get it, so he didn't finish,
Wow.
and he still got a damn 1250. And now he's talking about wanting to go to MIT because now that seems possible because of what that score did. You know.
Mhm.
And at first he was like, nah, I don't want to take it again when I get into high school. I'm like, you're going to take it again, but we'll deal with that later. So now he's talking about seeing MIT as a possibility because he wants to be a game creator. Okay. Don't let that boy go to MIT. Y'all ain't going to hear, y'all ain't going to be able to tell me
He
nothing.
he ain't gonna
I'm
tell
going to
you
be
he
in here
ain't
with
tell you nothing,
everything.
huh?
My whole show going to change. It's going to be Control K MIT.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. I got so many damn college t-shirts and then my kids have switched so many
Yeah,
colleges. Yeah, I got so much college gear, man. It's
that's what's
crazy.
up.
But, I had, right now we got one graduate, and we got one in school still. Well, no, two graduates. Yeah, two. Damn, I'm tripping. Two
Hmm.
graduates. We got two graduates and we had one in school. So
That's what's up, man.
super proud of that. And
Yeah,
my oldest is doing well too. She's doing her thing. She's working hard.
yeah, that's what's
So
up.
can't ask for much more, man. They human beings. They gonna go create their own lives. They gonna do what they got to do, what they feel they need to do, and just gotta be there for them.
Yeah, man,
Just gotta be there for them.
that's
So
for
what's
sure.
what's the next move, bro? What's in your future?
You ready for this?
Uh, I hope I'm ready for it. Go ahead.
2 days ago, a gentleman walked into my job named Shinhwa Hawk. You ever heard of him?
Not at all.
I hadn't heard of him either, but he looked really familiar.
Okay.
And he came in to get some glasses and some contacts. And I just started talking to him, and he told me that he lives in Dubai. And I was like, "Is a brother? Is a brother?" And I was like, "Oh, you live in Dubai? Like, how you get out to Dubai? And what
Mhm.
you doing back here?" Oh, he was like, "Oh, I'm a singer. I'm a singer, and I do voiceover work." And I was like voice acting? He was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yo, I've always wanted to get into that, mostly lately because I've been doing podcasting and stuff. And I
Mhm.
wanted to, like, is that difficult to get into?" My man went right into the whole spiel of exactly how to do this, how to
Mhm.
do that. Get with me here, get with me there. Here go my phone number, here, this, that, and the third. He was like, yo, they need African American voices. They are looking for it. And it's not like the music industry,
You got a
you
voice
know.
though. You do. You got one of
Hey,
those
man, listen, I
voices.
appreciate it.
No, you do.
And he said, listen, man, it's not as hard as you think. The community is welcoming. It's not like the music industry where you got to know somebody to get in and all that stuff. It's not like that, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is what you need to do. Here go my information. You contact me. I'm going to get you some stuff. Me over a sample if you got something. So that's really what I've been doing for the past couple of days now is just trying to
Cool.
get that together, speaking with the brother and getting something set up so we can do demos. And hopefully something like that's going to take off. But he's extremely confident that it will take off for me.
Oh, that's a beautiful
So,
thing.
that's
I'm
something I've
looking
been wanting
forward
to
to
get
seeing
into for
that.
a while, man.
I'm looking forward to seeing that for you, man. I
Yeah.
want to see that for you, bro.
Yeah.
I do.
I hope it does something. If not, at least I have some fun with it.
Yeah,
You know.
most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. And I look at it that way too. Like, I do want to grow my grow my business, grow my practice. Thing is that putting emphasis on the quality of care I give to people. I mean, the growth will come. It does come, you know. The more and more I focus, the more and more I study, the more and more I continue to be myself, it seems to be growing, and I'm kind of proud of that. So I really don't have too many expectations. I just want to continue to do what I do because I love what I do, and I
Yeah.
want to offer it to more people. I'm actually going back to Ghana, Africa, to educate them on the disease aspect of substance use disorder, and that's going to be super, super cool.
Oh,
I'm
that's
going to
what's
have
up.
a great time. Yes, they welcome
Yeah.
me back to educate the community of the greater Accra region on drugs and alcohol, the disease aspect of substance use disorder, resources that are available to them, and how to formulate and structure person-centered support. I'm gonna have a great time doing it. Uh I love it. And I want to do more of that stuff too.
Yeah.
Educating on not just substance use disorder, but person-centered treatment and person-centered support. You know what I mean? Because everybody's their own human being.
Yeah. They are. They definitely are.
Yeah, I don't know, we just been friends for a very long time, man. We've been so supportive of each other and just so like, I don't know, cheering each other on for so long. We done been through so many different phases of our lives. We done been through several different professions in our
Yeah.
lives. Shit, I remember when you didn't have a child,
Mm-hmm.
and now how old is your son?
He is 13.
13 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was
About to be
in
14. Getting ready to go
wow,
into high school.
good lord.
Yep.
Good luck. Good luck. Hey man, it's a ride. Nah, it ain't that bad, bro. They more self-sufficient. All you gotta do is deal with attitude, behaviors, and stuff like that at that point. I think, that's
Yeah.
yeah, from my experience and the experience of family, friends, and all of that stuff. I deal with adolescents now, with substance use disorders, which they tend to be pretty rough, but very open to support,
Mm.
which is super cool. That guidance is needed, man, and they
Yeah, it
recognize
is.
that. Yeah, the youth recognize that. So we're gonna just continue to work, brother.
We is. I'm gonna need you in April though.
I'll be here.
All right. Cause I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you on the Control K podcast because you know what's coming.
What's that?
You see the pic behind me, don't you?
What's that? I don't know.
That's Mike.
Michael Jackson?
That's my Michael Jackson painting.
God,
Yeah. Mike's biopic is coming out, man.
boy.
Come on,
Yeah,
man. You
I'll
look,
be
I know
there.
that you had the story with the glove when you hung up on your
Bruh,
wife.
listen, yeah,
Look, man,
yeah, yo,
ain't nobody
I
else gonna
hung
be that
right
hype
up.
with me for me,
Bruh,
for Mike,
listen,
but me and
man,
you.
when that boy clicked that, he clicked the what you call the suitcase thing, clicked
Yeah.
that thing and moved out, man, hung right up on her ass. Listen, he got the
I
glove.
just watched it like 2 days
That's the
ago.
glove.
Listen, you got
That's
it.
the greatest entertainer, greatest whatever you want to call of
Did you
all
see it, the
time.
trailer yet? Did you
Huh?
see it? You see the trailer yet for the movie?
Oh, I didn't see the trailer for the
Oh
movie.
my
See,
God.
that I don't have the time. See, this is what I'm
Yo,
missing out on. And that's the stuff that I want to do. As
there you
far
go.
as life, like living my life, that's the stuff I want to do. So we gotta get on that. Yeah, we gotta
Listen,
get on that. We gotta plan from A to B because
Michael
that
coming out.
dude I'm matter of fact, I'm getting a jacket. I'm getting a jacket, bro.
Wait, which
And the
jacket you
glove.
getting?
I'm
Which jacket
getting
you
the,
getting?
the red jacket.
You getting the Thriller jacket?
The Thriller jacket with the glove.
All right, so you're not getting the Beat It red jacket. The Beat It was the one with the
Nah, nah,
zippers.
nah, nah, nah. All right. So I'm getting the beat it, John.
You
I'm
gonna
getting the
get the
beat
Beat
it,
It
John.
joint
And I
with the
might
glove?
get a Jerry curl too.
You get a wig though.
Yeah,
That's all.
come on, man. Don't do that to me. Listen, don't
Look,
you
I get one too. I ain't got, you know what I'm saying? We in the
Yeah.
same boat.
All right,
Shoot, you
cool,
probably better
man.
off than me.
Nah, I ain't.
You
The
know, I can still see a little bit right there front.
roof is gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
So-
might get the Jerry curl. I'm gonna get the white socks. I'm
You
gonna
get
be
the
there.
socks,
I'm gonna
get
be
the
there.
glove.
All that, bro.
I'm gonna
All
get the
that.
Billie Jean jacket with the pink shirt and the bow tie, the mini bow tie.
Man, remember when he stood up on them toes? And
Yeah, boy.
my God, when he was walking on up, man, listen, bro, y'all don't know nothing about this. I'm there.
Yeah.
For that one.
We there. You got to check out the trailer. When you check out the trailer.
I'm
Matter of
going
fact,
check
I'm gonna
soon
send
we
you
get
after
off
we
of this.
done this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you my reaction to it because I did my reaction. So I want us to go.
Send me
I want us to go
thing.
check the movie out and then do a live reaction after the movie.
Most definitely. I will.
All right.
You said do a live reaction after the movie.
We're gonna do a live reaction. Just turn the camera on and just like, yo.
And I'm coming on with the whole. I'm looking up these outfits as soon as we get off of this. I'm telling you, I'm coming on
I'm not
with the whole get up.
That's how it is. That's how we gotta do. We got 2 months. He was more like
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, like, come on, man. And they got his nephew playing him.
Yo, what is Shamon though?
What? What you mean? What is Shimon?
What is Shamon?
That is a Michael Jackson word. He wrote that. He invented that word.
And he was the one. He might have been the first one to really diss like somebody because he called him something about hoity hay in the vegetable. What? Yeah, something like that.
You're a vegetable.
Yeah, you're a vegetable.
You're a vegetable.
Yeah.
And hay.
Yeah.
You're a
vegetable. Yeah.
I got the lyrics downstairs.
He played that Joker, man. Whoever that was, those shots was right for them.
To me, I think Shimon is that's an amalgam of 2 words. That's 2 words that go together to make another word, Herb.
All right, come on, because you got to stop that, King. Cheers.
I think he was saying shit and come on. Like, shit, come on.
Was he on the toilet, though?
Nah, he might have just been like, somebody might have said something crazy to him, like, you know, babe, I want to do this to you tonight. Shit, come on.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a little shorty in his ear, something like, yo, babe, I want to come home and, you know, blah, blah, blah with you. And he was like, shit, come on. Or it just came out like Shimon.
Just Shimon, all right, whatever. But he was the truth. That was my boy.
Mike is the king. There'll never be another king of pop.
Never. Not like that.
Can't touch it. Anybody trying to say that, you know, they the Michael Jackson this, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. Not even
Michael
close.
Jackson, Michael Jordan, Michael Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Never be.
There'll never be another.
Never, ever again.
I seen people fall out because Mike turned his head. I saw it at the Super Bowl. Saw it happen live on TV.
People died at the sight of Michael Jackson. They passed away. King, do you understand what I'm saying to you?
My God.
They passed away, brother.
He was gone. Right to the upper room. The upper room.
Yo, man. People passed away at the sight of Michael Jackson. I don't think to this day my wife don't understand why I had to. I don't know how neither, but I don't even care.
Now understand.
I don't even care. I don't care. I had the opportunity, and then when Mike passed, I made a vow to myself. And no, Prince passed as well. When Prince passed, I made a vow to myself. I said, yo, I gotta go see everybody that I love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we've been doing good at that thus far.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we've been doing really good at that thus
That's
far.
up.
So we gotta get together. We gotta go to some concerts too.
For sure.
And let's what's this? Low battery, unlocked. I don't know why. All right.
Gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. I didn't even know the damn battery was unhooked or whatever. All right. Love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
All right. I'm gonna get with you soon, and we gotta start this challenge, man. All right. So I'm gonna call you. Wait, actually send me the link to that thing too.
I'm gonna send it.
All right, bro. Thanks for coming on. Peace.
You got it, man.